Opening arguments today in the trial of Daniel Penny. And the case is off to a rather dramatic start today with body camera videos of an officer on the stand.
Penny's attorneys are trying to convince jurors that he put Neely in that chokehold to protect other riders. Prosecutors, however, claim that with his Marine training, Penny should have known that putting Neely in that chokehold for 6 minutes could kill him. Lots to unpack tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles live at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan tonight with our lead story. Darla.
Well, Bill, that video that was played for the first time in court today was very difficult to watch. The father of Jordan Neely just dropped his head and sobbed as they played it. Other Neely family members couldn't even stand to be in the courtroom when they played that video. In regards to the military training for Daniel Penny, prosecutors told jurors that a chokehold lasting any longer than 8 to 13 seconds would eliminate blood flow to the brain.
We watched police officers rush in and feverishly try to save Jordan's life.
For the first time, the moments after Daniel Penny placed 30-year-old Jordan Neely in a deadly chokehold are seen on body cam video. It was just after 2:30 on May 1st of last year when police came up to the subway car, Neely lying on his side. Inside that same car, we can see Penny in a tan jacket and black hat. An officer asked a woman what happened. You see Penny approach the officer and answer.
You came onto the train.
You got anything on him?
What's that?
You got anything on him or no?
I don't know.
Yo, my man.
I just put him out.
Yo. You say you just put him out? Oh.
Later, when another officer asked Penny what happened, he told him that he put Neely in a chokehold.
So he just came in and he was like, what, just being disorderly?
Oh, yeah, he was like threatening.
It's a disturbing scene that prosecutors described in their very first sentence to jurors, saying Jordan Neely took his last breath on a dirty floor of an uptown F train. Prosecutors did not disagree that Neely was loud and threatening, but say the threat lasted 30 seconds, only from one stop to the next, and that Daniel Penny maintained the chokehold 5 minutes and 53 seconds, well after other passengers had left the train. Neely experienced homelessness and mental health challenges after his mother was murdered and found stuffed in a suitcase when he was 14.
You have to believe that we all are worth saving.
In defense opening statements, Penny's attorney told jurors that a seething, psychotic Jordan Neely storms on the train, sets his sights on a bench of female passengers, and that Penny heard him say, "I will kill." They say in that moment, Penny could look away and pray, but instead, he was able to summon the courage to protect those who could not protect themselves.
He was also, one of the only people there that was standing there showing concern for Mr. Neely, right? When the police arrive in that subway car, the train is empty.
Now, the trial will resume on Monday with equally dramatic scenes. We're expected to hear from eyewitnesses who were inside of the subway when this entire chokehold unfolded. Defense attorneys say those witnesses will testify that was the scariest moment of their life.